Good afternoon, guys. Today I'm gonna discuss a topic about nationalism and patriotism. Is there a difference? I often heard from many other people and my friends that the Philippines has too many nationalists but too few patriots. I was confused about this particular statement because, as far as I know, isn't nationalism and patriotism the same? Both ideas promote one's love and loyalty to one's country. So they should be the same, right? Well, I've learned that it wasn't so. Being a nationalist, more often than not, is sometimes understood as also being patriotic. But the two are, while can sometimes be directly tied to each other, are actually quite different to a degree. Now, I am here to break the two down and explain them in detail before making our final thrust into determining the difference between the two. Patriotism is the oldest of the two. The word patriot comes from the word patriotis, a Greek word that means same lineage. And that's why the word patriotis is sometimes connected to the word fatherland. This was reportedly first used in the 1700s during the American Revolution against the British Empire, where members of the resistance movement are often called patriots by many. Patriots are often those that profess their love for their country, do whatever it takes to achieve the greater good of the people's country, whatever they may be or wherever they may have come from, and come into defense of their country, basically national pride. Patriotism does not distinguish and does not compare themselves to other countries and also understand the shortcomings of their own countries, unlike nationalists. Nationalism, meanwhile, is relatively newer than the word patriot, coming into fruition during the early 1800s and gaining popularity in the revolutions of 1848. The word comes from the word nation, originating from Latin, which means tribe. Nationalism is a governmental policy that most often asserts and pushes for the interests of a nation, sometimes aggressively at the expense of other nations. Nationalists are often those that show extreme love and extreme devotion to their country, sometimes too fanatical, and wants all of the benefits that are being granted to them by their government, at the expense of a particular group of people, either foreigners, a particular region, immigrants, or those that are viewed as undesirable by nationalist element in a country. Nationalists always espouse the idea that their country is always great and always in the right, who does not commit any wrongdoings and are at the best in the world, and can beat any other nation that dares to stand up to them, most commonly known as jingoism. Nationalists mostly look to past glories or sometimes false glories and often say that whatever they experienced before has been their golden age. And they will work to bring back the golden age of their country at the expense of the others. Now, to summarize things up, patriotism believes that while their country is great, it has own shortcomings and issues that must be solved and addressed in order for their country to become truly great, and calls for its citizens to be responsible and accept any form of criticism of their country. Nationalism, meanwhile, believes that their country is the greatest country in the region or the whole world with no shortcomings and issues whatsoever, and those who say otherwise are traitors to their fatherland and must be rejected. So guys, for my speech, that's all, and as you can see, the primary objective of my speech is to enlighten everyone about nationalism and patriotism.